Hey there, thanks for checking out this video. Today we are going to look at a piece of gear that I'm very excited about. It is the Sigma 56 1.4 DC for the Fuji X mount system. As most of you probably know if you've watched this channel before, some of my other videos, I'm using Fuji equipment, so this is for the X mount. I know they do make it for other camera manufacturers, but I'm just going to be talking about it as far as the Fuji system goes. So this is a 56mm lens. It's going on a Fuji camera which has a crop of 1.5. That makes this basically an 85mm lens. Now, there are a lot of 85mm lenses. Almost every lens manufacturer, every camera manufacturer has an 85 lens because it's sort of the portrait lens that you use, the prime lens you use for portraits. It's got the great bokeh when it's wide open, things like that. But most of the time with those 85s, you get 1.8, and Sigma went better and gives you 1.4, which I believe is 2/3 faster than 1.8. So you're definitely you're gathering more light, which is great. If you want more bokeh, or if you're shooting at night like I am with this is primarily, for me, is going to be a night lens for street photography. So definitely you get great light gathering capabilities with this lens compared to other lenses that are also 85mm. So the first thing that piqued my interest about this was not only that it was 85 1.4, but the size of this, how small and compact this is. This is actually smaller than my Viltrox 33 1.4, and it has more reach. And so I was really impressed by that. So when I got it, I wasn't really sure like build quality wise, but it's very solid. It has a metal mount on here. This is not gimmicky or plasticky or anything like that. Sigma did a really nice job in designing this lens. Very compact. Now, one thing that they maybe gave up to get that size, to get it smaller, is that it does not have an aperture ring on it like the Fuji lenses have. So you have to change the aperture with whatever command dial you set up on your Fuji camera. On my X Pro 2, it's on the back, but you can set it to the front. Not a big deal really. I'm used to it with my Viltrox lenses, so there's no aperture ring on it, but it did look great. It looks great on my X Pro 2. Feels great. Balance was great with that camera. I did use it on my X-T4 as well. And it felt fine there, but it looks and feels great on my X Pro 2. So I was really impressed by the size, the weight, the balance, and the feel of this. Just fantastic for an 85 1.4. So normally those lenses would definitely be bigger, especially an 85 1.8. And to get faster and still have this kind of small size is great. So, so then took it out in the field. I'm going to test the focus. Focus was great. It was very accurate. It was fast, quite good in some difficult, night situations. Wasn't a whole lot of hunting around, things like that, trying to find focus. I was, spot focusing with a little green box. And I pretty much nailed it almost every time. And like I said, in some not so easy night situations. So very happy with that. We're going to go to the computer here in a minute and look at some images. I actually got some pretty good images with this when I was testing this guy, but I shot it, at f8, closed down, f7.1. I also shot wide open at 1.4, both during the day and at night, just to kind of see, what things we're going to look like, sharpness, things like that. I'm not a pixel peeper by any means, but I did, you want things to be sharp, you want things to be corner to corner, pretty decent. So, so overall, like, this is fantastic. The only thing that, I don't really say this as a negative, but the price-wise, we're looking at just over $400. And I think that's fairly competitive with other lenses that are essentially an 85 1.8, and you're getting 1.4. So I have no complaints with the price here, even if it is a little bit higher than other lenses, and I'm not really sure that it is. I mean, this for the size that you get, and to get 1.4 and to get 85, which is a nice reach. For me, I like being closer when I'm out on the streets. I can't complain with the price at all. This is a great piece of glass. So let's head to the computer. We'll run through some images. Okay, let's look at some images I got with this lens. This first one, it was shot at f5 actually. I need a little bit more light, but things look really sharp here. I was focusing on these feet and hoping to get some blurry feet in the background. And things look really sharp all over. This isn't cropped in too much either, because I didn't have a lot of room. I had to back up to try to get this. So, but this looks really good in here. Like, this is very textured and sharp. These rocks in this wall turned out very nice. This was, I believe, f8 or 7.1, but things look really good here. This was one of my favorites. It's probably one of my favorites that I've shot all year, actually. This was indoors. There's a little indoor mall, kind of. And this was actually shot at 1.4. And this looks very good here. I mean, this is very nice. Wasn't the easiest focusing situation for it, but it handled it quite well. This was actually at 1.4, so I opened it up here. And this actually looks very good. This was also at 1.4, trying to get him in focus. I did have to crop this in a little bit, but I thought that was kind of neat with him just walking on the repetition and then him breaking that repetition, carrying the two bags. So here's some night stuff at 1.4. Again, it wasn't very busy. It was like a Tuesday, I think, but I just wanted to see how it would focus, see what the images would look like. That's fairly sharp. Yeah, this turned out very well at 1.4. ISO was a little high, but it's these are all very good. Opened up at 1.4. I don't have any complaints at all with the image quality. Another one there, I think I was focused up there, that's 1.4. Here I focused on the sign and this person walking through. So actually, you know, pretty good variety of subject matter and lighting conditions. I took this lens out and tested, and I was very happy with it. Sharpness was great, focus was great. I definitely would recommend this if you're a Fuji shooter and you're looking for a good prime, great size, you know, fairly decent price. I would definitely recommend the Sigma 56 1.4. I'll have an affiliate link in the description. You can check it out on Amazon, read some more reviews, things like that. So otherwise, we'll talk to you soon with another video. Keep taking photos. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.